Okay, welcome back to the my YouTube channel, Frank Teacher. If you remember, in the previous class, I have discussed about increasing decreasing function, and I've also discussed by using first order derivative how can we find the turning point of the curve and the interval in which the function is increasing or decreasing. Today's class I will show you that by using second order derivative, how can we find the maximum minimum of the function. Okay, I have taken the function y is equal to x cube minus 3x plus 2, and I have drawn the graph of this function. Okay, it can be easily seen that this is a maximum, this is a minimum. Okay, this is the maximum turning point, this is a minimum turning point. Okay, this theoretically it can be easily seen, but mathematically I am going to find this is a maximum and this is minimum. Okay, now differentiating the function, we get dy by dx 3x square minus 3, and in the previous class I told you that for maximum minimum first order derivative should be 0. Okay, dy by dx 0 is the on that point the curve is taking turn. Okay, so dy by dx 0 implies that 3x square minus 3 should be 0. Okay, solving this equation we get x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1. At x is minus 1, dy by dx 0, which means that at x is equal to minus 1, the curve is taking turn, and same thing will be happen at x is equal to 1. Okay, now again differentiating this function, we get d square by dx square is equal to 6x. Okay, if we put x is equal to minus 1, we get d square y by dx square is equal to minus 6, and if we put x is equal to 1, we get d square y by dx square is equal to 6. But I'm really not interested in this value, but I am interested the sign of this value. This is minus negative sign and this is plus 6 positive sign. All this sign and this equation shows that if second order derivative is negative at some point, then this is a maximum, अथवा this stationary point is a maximum turning point. And when d square y by dx square is positive at some critical point, then this stationary point is the minimum turning point. Okay, so by using this second order derivative test, we can easily find the maxima minima. If we get the second order derivative negative, then that is a maxima, and if we get the second order derivative positive, then it is the minima. Okay, now in the next class I will solve many questions related to this first and second order derivative test, especially application part. Okay, so thank you for watching.